right, just checking the space. Welcome to the live feed. It's Monday morning, 10:30 a.m. And we are in the redesigned Rodeo Gulch Creek Studio G platform. And we've got a minute or two to spare before official class time starts. So adjust what you need. Have your yoga outfit or your pajama party outfit, whatever's your choice for the day. Maybe a little water or tea. Don't drink too much, but sip lightly as needed. And if you want to play the music, I uploaded the playlist to my Facebook page and I took a screenshot and put that on Instagram. So if you're used to this routine at this point, you can find me on Spotify, and the playlists are labeled the date and the name of the class. So find that and go from there. I think, let's take a look. I've closed off the kitchen now. Yes, it is 10:30, so it is time to begin. So go ahead and begin standing and take a deep breath. Continue. Deep breath. And stand very tall. So when you're breathing deep, it's just natural to have a nice lift of your chest. Feel lift and open quality in the chest. Continue breathing deep. Also work on exhaling slowly. Feel little subtleties like having your feet even and openness in the toes, length through the legs, very light tucking of the hips and the drawing in of the low abdomen. The chest remains lifted and open, especially when you breathe in, but even when you breathe out. Breathing out is an opportunity to draw into the core a little bit more, not tense, but supportive. And continuing with the breath. Inhale till you're full. Exhale till you're empty. Several more rounds of breath. Inhale, expand. Exhale to relax and let go. And we'll go ahead and lift the arms just a little bit, twist side to side. I've been warming up with this for a lot of the classes. It's because it's just such a good warm up. And also, one of the things that's nice about doing the same thing is that it becomes easy to memorize how to practice, or at least how to get started. So we're doing different sequences every day, every week, even if it's the same type of class. But some of the warm-ups are very similar. And that's a good thing, because then you'll know how to get started on your own sometime when you're not being guided. And you'll have the ability to do self-guided practice, which could come in a great deal of handy if the power goes out, for instance, or the internet's not working. You can still practice yoga. Right? Getting started is the hardest part. So once you get started, then more things come to mind. You go, oh yeah, I like this pose. I like that sequence. I'm going to do that today. And getting a good warm up in. It's really simple. Usually has great dividends for the body and mind, feeling really good, even when you get to challenging points of practice. And that's good for now. Let's go ahead and lower the arms, roll the shoulders. So smooth. Both directions. Roll the wrists. And get the little crunchies out of the wrists. Both directions. Go ahead and take an upward salute. And exhale, forward bend. And fold the arms into each other. Maybe bend the knees a little bit. And relax down the back of the neck. Plant the hands and walk back to downward dog, also called the mountain pose. Go ahead and pedal the legs, bending one leg then the other. And keep lifting out of the shoulders. When you're complete, press into the hands, lift out of the shoulders, evenness in the legs, maybe bending the knees, but otherwise you tone through the legs and eventually work the heels down, but prioritize lifting the lower back. And knees come to the floor, lengthen through the spine, and roll out the back. And we'll segue to doing some little bows. You hug the arms in and just lower a little bit. You can lower all the way if that feels good. And you keep the form really clean. Elbows hugging the sides. Otherwise, just lower it a little bit. Yeah. We're going to continue about 246 more, right? Just to make sure that we remember this class tomorrow. Does that sound good? Yes. Okay, good. Just kidding. Let's do one more instead, since you have such a good sense of humor. And then we'll push back into the legs and lift the hips high. Downward dog pose. And knees down. Child's pose. And then from child's pose, let's go ahead and come on up to sitting or kneeling position. And take a big step up with the right foot. Runner's pose. Step far enough so that the knee is above the ankle, and then make a nice twist with the right arm up and come on down. Next, we'll do a spin to Prasarita. Come to the side and bend the left leg once, and then the right, and come back to center. Draw into the core and stand on up. Open up the arms and open the right foot and take warrior pose. Glide down, runner's pose, and take a half Hanuman. You bring the hands back, straightening through the right leg, reach the chest forward, and then come back. Runner's pose. Exhale. Downward dog pose. And child's pose. Let's go ahead and glide on up to a sitting or kneeling position and take a big step up with the left foot. Maybe step twice if you need. The left foot up, you see how the knee is just above the ankle, and then you keep the right arm down and take the left arm up. Nice twist with deep breath. And come on down. Next, we're going to spin to the side and bend the right knee once. And then the left. Come back to center. Make sure you enjoy the view and draw into the core and stand on up. Open up the left foot and have the arms lifted. Take warrior pose and glide down to runner's stretch. Maintain the lift of the chest. See how my back's not rounding? We'll do the best we can to keep that in the half Hanuman or the half split. Keep reaching forward through the chest. And come back to runners and glide back, downward dog. Let's put the knees on the floor. And then lengthen out the spine. Tuck under the toes and lift the knees just a little bit. Floating cat. And exhale, back to downward dog. And knees down. Lengthen to neutral. Lower all the way. And inhale, easy cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, easy cobra. And lift the hands a little bit. Exhale, lower. Inhale, easy cobra, lift the hands, and then send the arms back, half locust. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, chest and legs, basic locust. And exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra, using the arms a little bit and having the shoulders open back. Keep reaching back through the feet. Exhale. Lower. Arms overhead. And then inhale. Lift the arms and the legs. And then exhale, lower. Bring the hands back. Elbows under the shoulders. And open up in the chest. Legs a little bit close together. And really work on lifting and opening the chest. And then we'll come on down. Use the core and lift and push back into the legs. Downward dog. Next is the plank. Move the feet back a little bit so you can be very long and enjoy taking the top of a push-up. The hips not too high but not too low. Shoulder level is perfect. And we're going to put the knees down slowly and lower all the way. Inhale, cobra. Just lift to a comfortable height. Open up in the chest and come on down. Use the core and lift, and again, plank. From plank, take dog pose. And then knees on the floor. Let's go ahead and turn to face the side and walk or hop the feet apart. I might need my hat a little bit. I was going to get a haircut right before the world ended, but then you can't get haircuts anymore. So I want to make sure to wear my hat long enough to not appear like a mad scientist. Okay, have a nice deep stretch. Take deep breaths. And then draw into the core and stand on up. Open up the arms, open the right foot. Make sure the right foot's really open, like facing forward or slightly more open than that. And that will help you have great form in warrior pose so you can really enjoy that stretch, increasing your strength and staying safe in your joints, keeping the right knee open to the right, the back leg hugging in, the arms nice and level, the core drawing in, the toes spreading wide, and deep, deep breath. Relaxing the arms and legs. Let's do that on the other side. Opening up that left foot. Remember, too open is better than not enough. Turn the back foot in a bit. Take warrior. Leveling the hips. Opening the left knee to the left. Arms up. Sometimes the back arm's sleepy. Don't do that. Keep it lifted and enjoy. Steady breath. And come on back to center. Hinge down. And stretch to the right leg. And stretch to the other leg. Yeah, come on back to center. And draw into the core. Stand up again. Open the right foot. Take the left arm behind the back. Take side angle, the chest opening. Deep breath. Let's go ahead and glide on up and switch sides. Turn the back foot in, open the left foot, right arm behind the back, bend the left knee, rest the elbow super light on the thigh, open the chest, open the left knee to the left. Take deep breath. And come on up. Centering the feet. Next, we're going to do a shoulder stretch. So clasp the hands and stretch back. You could just stay like this, or when we add the forward bend, you could hold the legs instead. Also, holding a cloth can help, like a towel. Otherwise, we're going to bend down and gradually work into a deep shoulder stretch, as well as stretching the hamstrings and the legs. Take deep, deep breath. Use a little bit of muscle tone in the front of the legs. Unless your hamstrings are really overstretched, you can bend the knees a bit. Otherwise, you're engaging and lengthening the legs without locking out the legs. And put a big bend in the knees. And come on up. Slowly walk in. And then come back to the top of the mat. Taking chair pose. And then plank pose. Holding the plank. Breathing. And the knees on the floor. And lowering down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, back to hands and knees. You could do rest. Rest is awesome. Otherwise, plank. Plank is also awesome if you're up for it, if you're feeling it. And then downward dog. Slowly lift the right leg high. Lift as high as you can without losing the breath. You've got smooth breath, and you're toning all the limbs, lengthening and stretching and toning, and switching sides. Release. And then go ahead and lift the right leg one more time. Now we're going to step up to Parsvottanasana. Stretching deep in the back of the leg and relaxing the neck. Transition plank pose. Either put knees down or lower all the way evenly. And gradually lift to a really nice cobra pose. Just whatever is the level and the height that works for you. And breathe. Come on down. Use the core and lift. Downward dog. Lift the left leg. And step up. Left foot steps up. And come into scissors pose, Parsvottanasana. And relax down the back of the neck. Hands forward, walk back, plank pose. And then right knee down, left arm up, gentle side plank. Come on down and switch sides. Pass through plank, left knee down, right arm up. Yeah. Come on down. Plank. Child's pose. Let's go ahead and do side plank again. So come back to hands and knees. Pass through plank. Feel free to do knee down or stack the legs. Another option is kickstand. So side plank, draw into the core, lift out of the shoulder, and then come on down. Next side, side plank, keep the hips up, lift out of the shoulder. Yeah. Come on down. Knees on the floor. Let's lower all the way. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And then again, turn sideways. And take a straddle where you jump the legs apart. And either hold the ground, blocks if you have them, or holding the ankles without rounding the back too much, lengthening the spine and hinging from the hips. Reaching forward through the chest, but keeping the neck neutral, a very light tuck of the chin. And the breath, of course, is full and deep, and you really enjoy that. Lengthening the spine. When ready, let's go ahead and stand tall. And open the arms, open the right foot. Take warrior two. And then reverse warrior, maybe a neutral lift or going back further if you can keep your core in and it really feels good. Lunging right above the ankle, back leg super strong. Come back to warrior two. And let's do that very nicely on the other side. You take extra time if you need. You have the footing, back foot turned up, front foot fully open. Take your warrior, level hips. Keep the lunge deep. Warrior lift, neutral lift, or draw into the core more and stretch back. Deep breath. And come back to warrior. Relax everything. Bring the feet a little closer. Open the toes, and then 3 rounds of the goddess transition. You bend and you help the knees widen, Devi Asana. Stand, relax everything. Bend, open deep in the groin. And come on up. And bend and have the knees opening, glutes down, abs in. And if you like, have the arms up. Sit low, stand tall through the spine. And go ahead and stand on up and relax the arms. Slowly, heel toe in, and then stand top of the mat. Stretching the right thigh, and then lean forward a bit and reach out. And come on up and switch sides. You can hold the wall if it's hard to keep your balance. You don't have to do the leaning, or you can lean on the wall. Otherwise, stretching the thigh and lean forward a little bit and make sure you're staying with the breath. Come on up and relax the legs. Now that the legs are nice and refreshed, we're going to take a wide stance, standing a little wider than the hips. The feet can be slightly open. We're going to hold the hands and take some squats. Squat gently. If the knees hurt, just squat a little bit, like a third of the way down. If you can keep the shoulders relatively above the hips and the knees feel good and you've got lots of weight in the heels maintain contact to stretch the Achilles and keep the weight there. Have less pressure in the knees. Do a couple more squats. Squat and sustain. Deep, deep breath. Slowly exhale. And next, we're going to take a seated position. So slowly sit down. Take Navasana. You lift the knees, point the toes, and extend. Hold the ground or arms out. You're also welcome to have the knees bent, but keep the chest and the knees high. Deep breath. And then switch to a nice hands and knees position. Extend the right leg and lift just as high as the hip. Really tone the leg. Extend the left arm and switch sides. Extend the left leg, lift just as high as the hip and really tone the leg. Extend the right arm. And come back to center. Lower all the way down. Bring the hands a little higher than the shoulders. Maybe put a blanket under the stomach if cobra is hard on your back. Now we're going to do a held cobra. Keep the arms a little bent and the shoulders rolling back. Try and feel a really amazing stretch in the chest, not overworking the lower back, but lifting and broadening the chest. Lifting just to your comfortable level. It doesn't matter how high you lift, so long as you're breathing and feeling really good in the pose. And come on down. Use the core to lift back to downward dog. And knees on the floor. Elbows down. Walk the legs way back. And take Sphinx. The plank with the Sphinx arms. So we're long in the plank. Strong in the core, strong in the legs. Breathing deep. You can do Sphinx sooner if you'd like. That's where we're headed eventually. Otherwise, a little bit more breath here. Maybe 2 or 3 more rounds. Long breath. Very steady. And the Sphinx. Enjoy that stretch. Stay lifted and open in chest. Breathe. And take a long stretch here. This is a very good stretch to really help work on the fascial tissue, to help if you're less flexible. If you're very flexible, then you may not feel it as much as a stretch, but you enjoy relaxing here. It creates a nice effect of the mind and emotions by spending a little extra time and breathing. If you'd like, you can lengthen the arms and work a little bit more open in the chest. And we'll come on down. Bring the hands back alongside the chest. Lift to neutral. And then take plank again. And downward dog. Child's pose. Just breathe and relax in child. Feel the spine stretch with the breath. And let yourself relax more with the exhale. And we'll come back to hands and knees. And just to make sure the back and the ribs are loose, we'll sway side to side. That's nice. Enjoy that light little movement. One more time on the left. And lower down. And take Cobra one more time. And we'll hold. Cobra is hard for you. Do Sphinx, or consider lowering and bringing the hands further forward and wider. A blanket under the lower part of the stomach is very helpful. Make sure you can really enjoy the stretch, and of course, breathe. Come on down. And use the core and lift. And push back. Downward dog. Right knee comes forward, swan pose. Ground into the hips and work on lifting the chest. If you'd like, do a forward bend and ignore this next part, but otherwise you can add a thigh stretch. Swan thigh stretch, very deep stretch, and deep breath as well. When you're done with the thigh stretch, let's all segue into the forward bend. And if you're there already, good job. You won the race. Deep breath. When you're ready, bring the hands in place and lift. Exhale. Downward dog. Left side, swan pose. Either take the forward bend early, or if you want to add a little more of an intermediate stretch, move the back knee to the midline. Stretch the thigh. Center the gaze. And breathe. Go ahead and release. And let's all take the forward bend and just relax. Come on up. And exhale. Glide back. Downward dog. Lift the right leg high. Tone around the knee. Enjoy that deep stretch. And switch sides. When you're done with both sides, let's transition to a wide-legged child. We have your knees as wide as the mat, maybe wider if you have carpet. And really go deep into the hips and soften the head down. Enjoy relaxing, breathing, and moment-to-moment awareness. Being very present in the pose. Next, we're going to gradually lift and slowly adjust so we can bring the legs out from under. Lift the arms and draw into the core and take a forward bend, reaching forward through the chest. You feel nice and grounded and relaxed. We're going to release that stretch and set up to lower under the back. Lay back and down and take knees to chest. Put the left foot on the ground and then have the ankle above the knee, half spider or half happy baby. The knee widens, the left leg is centered. If you want to stretch deeper, you can lengthen the left leg, but you don't have to. The goal is not for it to look deep, but rather for the stretch to feel deep, but also amazing. Don't overstretch. Go to a perfect, comfortable edge. Breathe into that and enjoy. And we'll release the right foot to ground. Bring the left knee in. And then open up into that half happy baby or half spider. Stretching deep, but not too much. Find just the right amount that you can breathe into with an option of lengthening the bottom leg. And release the left foot to the ground. Knees to chest. And roll around on the back. Feet to the ground. And then open the knees, feet together. Butterfly. If you like, you can have the hands under the head or arrange the arms any way that feels the best for you so you can really relax in the pose. we'll go ahead and lift the knees. Spread the arms out to side a little bit. Take knees to chest and then legs to the left, body twist right. Do an intermediate twist if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll just lay here for a while and relax deeply. Other side. Come back to hands and knees. Next is Shavasana. Release the legs to the ground. Lengthen out through the legs. Lengthen through the spine. Arrange the arms however you like. Breathe deep and relax completely. Have the eyes closed and enjoy a softening of the breath. The breath becomes softer and more effortless. The body, mind, and emotions follow suit. When you're ready, deepen the breath and wiggle the fingers and toes, enjoying slowly awakening the body. Transition from those subtle movements to grander movements. And take knees to chest. And then a comfortable seat to close. Sit tall in your comfortable seat. We're going to do 1 clearing breath and then 3 ohms. Breathe in to begin. And then breathing in for om. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Continue practicing tonight, but not so much a yoga class. It's a class called Core Conditioning. So join us for that if you'd like a good strong workout, core conditioning, 6 p.m. And if you like this Hatha Yoga method, we do Tuesday and Thursday night class at 6. And that's more focused on deeper openings, deep twists, deep hip releases, but we still move a little bit. And then we do a Friday morning to close the week out. So thank you for joining Hatha Flow. If you're able to make a donation, please do that. Small amount is great, medium amount is great, large amount is also great. So any amount that you can make that you feel good about, don't be shy. If you're not able to, then leave a comment and share the class, or take the link and text it to 3 different friends each time you take the class. And then that way you're contributing and we both help each other. So that's very nice. I'm glad you're able to practice still. Glad you're able to take good care of yourself. Keep doing that. Take care of yourself and those around you. And we will continue online practice until we meet again. So thank you again. I'm going to go through my standard routine that I've been doing. I say goodbye to YouTube Live first. Goodbye, YouTube Live. I will see you in the future.